Do you know that there is a number between 3 and 4? It is said that if you can calculate this number, you can enter the fourth dimension, and from then on, achieve immortality. A top mathematician wanted to use these candy beans to prove this number, Bleem. He started by placing 3 candy beans, blue, white, and yellow. Then, he took out a red candy bean, but he wasn't successful. The doctor, after looking at it, mocked the man. This made the mathematician David very angry. He believed that Bleem existed. He thought something else was preventing him from proving it. The doctor told David to face reality, because Bleem could not possibly exist. David wanted to use a pen to write formulas to prove it, but the doctor rejected him. So David had no choice but to secretly hide his pencil. He then took some candy beans with him and was locked in room 304 by the nurse. That night, the doctor looked at the glory of the past. He couldn't help but sigh. A simple number turned the mathematician into a mental patient in the eyes of others. But this is reality. Often, the only difference between a genius and a madman is just one answer. After work, the doctor took the elevator. While waiting for it to descend, he made an accidental discovery. When the elevator went from the 4th floor to the 3rd floor, the waiting time was unusually long. Could it be that there really is a number between 3 and 4? The doctor kept recalling what David had said. Outside of people's understanding, there are other dimensions. At least 7 spaces that humans cannot reach currently exist. If you can calculate the number Liam between 3 and 4, you will be able to enter the 4th dimension forever. The doctor spent the whole night studying the numbers, but he had no clue. He had no choice but to go to a bar to unwind. But he noticed the peanuts on the table suddenly cracked open, and the mathematician David was outside, calculating on the glass. The doctor followed David into an alley, but David suddenly disappeared. What was even stranger was that the doctor saw his childhood self. The TV news was reporting on the car accident from years ago. The police spent 3 days investigating the identity of the deceased, but they couldn't find any information about the deceased. The deceased seemed like a person who never existed. Suddenly, the phone rang. It turned out the doctor had fallen asleep while studying the numbers. The call was from a nurse at the hospital. She told the doctor to hurry to the hospital. After arriving at the hospital, the nurse told him that room 304 had never been opened, but the mathematician David had mysteriously disappeared. The doctor opened the door to room 304. What he saw before him shocked him deeply.